Hey guys, Brysolf here, and welcome back to Final Fantasy II. Let's have some fun today by starting out by pointlessly walking back and forth with the inability to pull off what I want to do here. There we go. So, to start, I want to cancel out and totally screw this up. That's the first thing I want to do, because that's the smart way to do things. So we're going to tent right there. Because you want to be nice and full before you head into town and say hi to everyone. Because they're all like, hey buddy, I love you. I'm like, I know you do, but what am I? And that is a good point. And now we're on town. Alright, so then the second time you do it, you want to go to save. And you're going to want to save right there. Alright, and then when we walk, you go, oh no! But that's not the trick. Here's the trick. We go reset and reload the game, like so. So we go down here and we reload our game. Yeah, we're good. We're good. And we can walk over here. So we've just bypassed the town of Mist. Bye, Mist. Hope you find your dad. But that's not a concern. For now, we have these sand hags to worry about. They're still pretty weak. They're not too threatening. Let's cut them a new one. Also, that is a sharp sort of vaginal area you've got going there, sand hags. You don't mind my saying so. And if you do mind, well, that's not my concern, guys. It's not my concern. We did it. We did it. Yeah. So let's head on up here and just keep on going. I mean, we don't need to deliver that package to Mist. That's not that important. It's not like it's an important plot point that we take that package to Mist. Our goal in life is to get surprised by sandpedes and sandmans. Sandmen? Sandwomen. I guess that would make them manginas, not vaginas they got going on. How would you jump that thing into next week, shall ya? Shall ya? You shall. Hey, bad sandpede. I hope you get jumped for that. And money in the... Not money in the... Whoa, what? That's right, we finally ran into something we can't kill in one hit. Figure that out, guys. You thought this whole game was going to be one-hit KOs? No dice. There's some two-hit KOs as well. Ha, there's actually way worse than that. But anyway, taking us forever to get to this town. So let's go check out this little town in the middle of the desert. Kaipo. She must rest. Okay, who is she? What exactly is the reason for the, why are you looking around like you're committing a crime? Why are you acting like you stole something? Man, check out Beardo here. Who? Okay, this kind of sounds like we picked up some desert whore and we're gonna have our way with her. And he wants into the action, hence the free room? Hi, who are you? What are you doing here? Yeah, me neither. What? What did you do? Did you have a girl stuck in your armor the whole time? Weird. Also, where's Kane? Did Kane turned into a girl. That's what happened. Kane is now a green-haired girl. Weird, but okay. Uh-oh. Someone broke in? Listen, I don't want to deliver the package, okay? You can't make me, okay? You cannot make me deliver... Is the girl the package? What happened to Kane? I'm confused. What? What does that have to do with anything? What? Oh, okay. Oh, there's Kane. He must have just been out getting some dinner. You know, not a big deal. So let's take out these soldiers, treat them to some beatings that they probably deserve. And I probably should attack the guy in the front with Six-Pack McGee here, but that's okay. Alright, so normally if you kill all three soldiers, the officer will run away. And the reason the battle is this easy is because, as you may have noticed when I entered the inn, there is no Kane. Kane does not exist in this cutscene, which is interesting, isn't it? It's very interesting how he doesn't exist. But he does here for some reason. I can't figure out why. I can't imagine the reason this is even a possibility. Actually, I totally can, because I bypassed Mist. By bypassing Mist, we've skipped an important story point that is totally going to screw the entire game up. But that's okay. We're okay with such an outcome. We're changing the rules of Final Fantasy II. We're making it our biatch and having a fun time doing it. Dead. No, not dead yet. He's getting there, though. He can't have too much more left in the tank. You can yell attack all you want, but your buddy's half dead, if not more so. And we are going to cut him a new one. And if you try to do this with just Cecil, it takes a while, because if a guy's not fully uncovered to be attacked, then as you can tell, their evasion is up quite a bit. I don't know if that's actually true, it's just something I've always felt. Nice. Cecil got a level. Very good. Very, very good. And Kane just runs back off into the night. Bye, Kane. Hope you find your dad. Yeah, you did. I did protect you, even though I have no idea who you are or where you came from. It's Rydia. Or Rydia, but I prefer Rydia. Because I'm going to give her a little Rydia later, if you know what I mean. She's like 8 years old. That's disgusting. Unless she just magically ages up at some point during the game. But what are the chances of that? Hey, lady. Alright, so we've done that. Let's go. Just to show you how weird this thing gets, there's actually an important plot point we have to do here as well, otherwise we can't progress in the next dungeon. But I believe, if I go check out the next dungeon, which is up this way somewhere, I will actually be able to do something, or show something interesting. Nope, it's not over here. I'm going to find that place, though. It's the last thing I do. Oh, by the way, there's Rydia. Unfortunately for us, she's in the front row. I probably should have moved her to the back. Because her weak ass is going to get knocked into next week. Like, look at that. An imp hit her for that. That's fine. Let's get out of here. Alright, let's actually fix her positioning, because she should never, ever be in the front row. So let's move her to there. And that'll... See, it works in a stagger, but front row, back row, alternating. So, you know, we'll get a little more of that once we get more party members. Even though we do have 3 right now. But if you're in the back row, your weapons don't work as well. That's kind of the rule they operate under. Probably should have healed Rydia, huh? Oh well. She'll be fine. And she has white magic, black magic, and call magic. She's got a lot of skills to pay damn bills. And she likes flexing and showing off her lack of armpit hair. It's a good skill to have if you can rustle up the business. But anyway, we can use Kane to help her level up, so that's fun. That's fun. She will level up quickly. And she'll learn some spells to help her make her more viable. You know, I should probably heal her. Does she have any magic at all? I can't remember. She started with... No, doesn't start with any. That's fine. I'll just use a cure one. Sure, why not? There we go. Alright, she's not even full. Well, oh, she is. My mistake. My mistake. What do cure ones do? 50 hit points, I think, maybe? There we go. Here's the cave. So let's see if I'm right about this. Well, we won't find it right away because we'll get an attack. Let's get out of here, buddy. We don't want to fight those guys right now. I know you drop gold by running, but there's just some mean stuff in here we don't want to deal with, so, well, this isn't the right way, but since we're up here, let's grab some cures and such and have fun. Masters say have fun after all. The heals potion is something that was introduced into the North American version to replace all of the different status effect replacement items that were in the game, because again, they figured North Americans were too stupid to keep a stock of everything. So they just gave you one thing that heals everything, or maybe the heal existed, but they did it in a way that would totally oh darn it, would totally work for you, but heals were really rare, something like that. See, riding in the back row is a lot more feasible. Could you guys just, could you maybe exit, In fact, I think we're past the point where you find, there's someone blocking the path before, and they're not here. Somewhere on this floor, if I recall. Yeah, we would have seen them by now. So, just to prove to you that, yeah, you can bypass that. So you can bypass getting a character, which will eventually bite you in the ass. Those are the scariest looking pike I've ever seen, because it'll freeze the game once you get to another plot point. So that's why we are going to go back to Mist now and actually fix up our mess. Alright, Rydia gets another level. She learns Cure 1. She's officially useful now. Hooray! She knows a little bit of Cure magic. Ooh, look at that guy. He's ugly. UGLY. He ain't got no alibi. He ugly. What? He ugly. Woo! Whoa, wait, whoa. Let's try out her ice spell, I guess. See how that does it. Whoa, it looks like she's doing a thumb war against herself. Yeah, decent amount of damage for this point in the game. And hey, this experience is all good for her, because she gets levels pretty quick, starting at level 1 and all. Alright. What I really like about going back to Mist is that you can, you know, you don't see any other weirdness. You fix everything up. So you enter town, and ooh, there's stuff down there. Can we get to it? No, we can't. Well, let's walk up here and see. You should always check grass for items, like 100 gold pieces. Hey, lady, are you sunbathing? Maybe we should leave her alone. She's probably just had a long day. All right, let's head on in here, and this is why you want to do this bypass as well, because you can get in here. You might say, but Brian, you could get in here anyway. That's true, you could. But by bypassing, we find ourselves some fun stuff to sell and equip. And Radia can use that tiara, which is much better than her cap. Watch her defense, and that third one is magic power, will, wisdom, something like that. Shablamo. That is a great piece of armor to get for her at this point. She becomes very, very powerful. And you can be very happy that she is so powerful. Because that's English. It's totes English. Totes English is how I say things. Let's just keep exploring here and see what's up. It's an inn. How much for your inn? Oh god, no, not that price. Jeez, that's like more mid-game prices. What's your name, buddy? Naming away. We can change our names. Yep, so anytime you find one of those guys, you can change the names of your characters. It's kind of fun. It's kind of cool. We could rename people, maybe. Maybe anytime I run into one, I could ask people to name them. But the way I play, I'll probably be too far in between videos. A bard outfit. They can wear it, but there's no way to know if it's good enough for them or not. So we'll just leave that alone. Why would we want to put her in a bard outfit anyway? She's not a bard. She's a caller. Just like everyone else in this town. There's a whip here for 3 grand. Holy crap, holy. And there's dancing. Woo! Feel like dancing, dancing. You know what? Just on a hunch, just to see what it does, I'm going to buy her the bard outfit, just to see if it's better for her. It's only 70 gold. Just for fun. I have no idea if it's any good or not. Let's find out. She's wearing leather, so chances are it probably is. That's the exact same. Oh well, you win some, you lose some, guys. Makes sense. There would be armor comparable at this point in the game, so let's head on over here and go on here. And I'm not really sure who they want me to deliver this package to, so I was thinking about it, and I decided, you know what? Nah, I'm good. We're going to take this back to Baron. I'm not going to deliver this package. Let's take it back to the king. Hi, Radia. What are you doing at the top of the screen? Radia? What are those? Kane, where'd you come from? Were you hiding in, like, my pocket or something? This isn't good. This looks bad. This looks really bad. That is kind of a cool effect, though. You know, if you like blood red strobe lights, I suppose. But seriously, that's not good. Burn the village? That's not good. Why indeed? Listen, she's just sunbathing, honey. It's fine. Oh, that's not good. Girl. Yes, they're callers. Uh-huh. If only that's the way it worked. Let's just say it in front of the little chick who could probably summon stuff. That's a good idea. Yes, he did. I love Kane. She's just a kid. Whoa, a little shoving match. Aw, thanks, Kane. Yes. Damn, man. Not for your sake. No, it's for everyone's sake to get under the yoke of a man who would burn down an entire village. No, we can't leave her here alone. It's dangerous. Come on, lady. Wow. Well done, Kane. Well done. I think Cecil might be looking up her mom's dress, actually. That's kind of eerie. Everyone's got really square jaws. I hate you. I hate you all. She hates everybody, guys. She even hates herself. Let's get her. Jump, Kane. Jump. Nope. I was too slow. You can get Kane in the air sometimes for this. And Titan, which does not hurt Cade and Cecil, but hurts Radia. So Radia just killed herself. And in case you're wondering why I did that bypass, other than to show this ridiculous hilarity, is to show that after the earthquake, once we get outside of this little cutscene, you can no longer access their little town of Mist. So that helmet I got, we couldn't get that. So by breaking the game a little bit, we got a decent piece of armor early. Fantastic. Oh, and Kane's gone, by the way. He's dead. He fell into the middle of the earth, and we'll never see him again. Alright, back to Kaipo. But first, Rydia gets a level and learns Sight. What does Sight do, you ask? Well, I'm glad you totally asked about that, because it's probably a really good spell. It shows you the area, so now we know where we gotta go. It's not really useful if you know where you're going. If you're in a brand new area and you just want to get a lay of the land, it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool, but not really. Alright, let's do some visiting. Hey, buddy, what's going on? Okay, if you want to get out of the way, that might help. Hey, whoa, hey, kid. Oh, no, not 8 sea snakes. Out of the way, lady. Oh, no, that's unfortunate. There's some love in the air. Every time I turn around. That was terrible, and I should feel bad about life. Alright, cap, cloth, leather, and iron ring. However, she's already got, like, leather and iron ring on, and we don't need the cloth and other thing. Maybe leather might be better for her, but you know what? Screw it. I'm not of the type. Ooh, a dancing chick. Hey, dancing chick, what's going on? Whoa! It's turning into synchronized swimming with herself. Possibly the stupidest sport in the Olympics this side of horse jumping stuff. Because that's horses. It makes no sense. I know why it's in there, but it makes no sense. From Baron falling down. God, someone got chucked out by the Red Wings. That's not cool. But the Weeks one, yeah, I already kind of talked about that. Oh, cool. Well, we'll have to get there as soon as possible. That is for show. Hey, lady. Do I know Cecil? No, I don't. Ouch! Oh, fire indeed hot. That's hilarious. Oh, yeah, that's right. We do know someone from Baron who would know her name. It's Rosa. Hi, lady. How you doing? Cecil. Don't leave me. Oh, well. She's dead. It was a good run. Sand ruby. You need to use a ruby to cure someone of sickness. I have no comment on this. This makes perfect sense. So that is our plot point we had to pull off for in here. So we can get out of here now. Let's get an ether while we're at it. Ethers refill magic points, and I think they sell for a decent chunk of change as well. So if you're ever short on cash, you can sell some of them, I think. I could give her a rod, or a stave, or a short bow. Now, a lot of people can use bow and arrows, but there's only one character who's truly good with them. Other people can get by with them in a pinch, but really, they're better using their main weapon. But enough about that. Let's head back to that cave we were in earlier, which is just kind of... Oh, really? I'm just out of town. Ridiculous. By the way, you can cast your Ice 1 spells on everyone just by tapping left. Maybe Eleanor can also do it. That's enough to hurt them anyway. I guess I should probably fill up so she has more magic points, but... Do I look like a math magician to you? The answer is hell to the friggin' no. I am not a math magician. What is she... Yeah, she's just using a shitty little rod. Who cares? You can do some decent damage with those, though, if you get the right ones. She got another level. Cool, and she learned Lit 1. That's actually kind of useful for where we're going. Lot of water enemies. So I'm just going to refill, and then we'll head for the cave. 50 gold? It was free last time! So what's going on here in the cafe? We got some scholar-looking guy. Fabul. Some strange old man, huh? Weird. Well, that's probably not going to be important. Well, there are a lot of monsters out there, no doubt. Nothing to steal, huh? Alright, let's get out of here. Again, might be missing some secret passages or what have you, but that's fine. Nothing important, I'm sure. So now that we're in this cave for real, let's head on over this way and just go through that area we were in before, see if I went far enough to find the guy. And indeed I did. Here's the guy that's supposed to be here. Old man! What? That's not nice. Yes, indeed he is. Oh, he is. Your daughter eloped, yeah. She's quite gifted. Oh, cool. So we get the Sage Tella. Tella's pretty badass. He's crazy old man, and he's so great. But first things first, he doesn't need to be in the front row, because he'll be using magic the whole way. In case you're wondering what he's packing in the way of magic, not a ton. He's unfortunately forgotten more spells than you'll ever learn, unfortunately. But that is the way of the world nowadays. Looks like we may have to go to the right here. We'll probably just clear this floor, have some fun. We'll actually let him cast his lit one here and see how that does. See if there's a need to even have her do anything. Hey, don't hit Tell in the face. I love how he has more hit points than Cecil. That is hilarious. Freaking gold even. He's pretty powerful. Alright, Roddy, got a level. Fantastic. I cannot argue with such an outcome. What is over here anyway? Anything? Is there anything over here worth flapping my gums about more than I have already? Probably not. Oh, shit. Alright, let's get out of here. Yes, you can hit your own characters. It's a real useful technique passed down in generations in Cecil's family. It's called Sabotage Your Team the Winning Way. Let's go get this chest, shall we? An iron ring. Well, what is he carrying anyway? Well, nothing on his arms, so we can give him that to up his magic power, which I think is probably the better use for him. And we can give him a cap to up his defense a little too. Nothing there, alright. Because if we gave him the iron ring, he'd have more defense but less wisdom. So I think the ruby ring is fine. The ruby ring has the special ability, I think, protecting you from being turned into pigs. This is one of the few things in this cave that are not vulnerable to lightning. I believe these guys are only vulnerable to ice, if I'm recalling correctly. Take that, you muggers. Yeah. Very nice. Very, very nice. Fantastic even. But I think that's a good spot to stop before we get too deep into this cave. Join me tomorrow when we will tackle the rest of this cave and see if we can get those 8 sea snakes out of the way. Hey, maybe we can finally show this battle off. Maybe. Alright, let's try a lit one on these guys. And I'm not even going to waste hers. The problem is these water bugs like to run away. They cast Remedy a bunch, which does nothing for them because there's nothing to remedy. And then eventually they just run away. So let's just let him run away. I'll just let my staff wielders swing away like fool bags. And see if we can get lucky and someone can critical them. But they have a lot of hit points. You really got to use magic to kill them. Could you run away, please? Wow! Holy crap! He criticaled them to kill him. Very nice. So we got lucky, and Rowdy, I got another thing. I learned hold, which is, well, hold. It's like stop, sort of. But I think it's actually more like a paralyzer. Anyway, and I ain't talking about some song by those guys, Finger 11, you know, those guys at all. Anyway, we'll see you guys next time for the next one.